on YouTube, back once again in the shed, and I welcome you to another review. Happy today, I've reached 250 subs. Woo! Another milestone reached. Well chuffed, so thank you. If you're one of the new subscribers that subscribed recently, I welcome you. Thanks for joining our little crew. Hopefully I managed to entertain you, or at least pass on some information, dare I say, give you something of value. So thank you, and I hope you stick around. Well chuffed. But what else? Yeah, I had a real mad one earlier. You ain't gonna believe this. I was sat here and I was snuffing and that, right? And I blew my nose. And I suppose I should preempt this with a bit of backstory. When I was younger, I had a few problems with my ears. I had like 7 sets of grommets, and I had glue ear, and I was partially deaf and all this kind of stuff when I was younger. And I might stick up some photos. I don't know. They may be a bit too gross, but I'll show you a normal eardrum, and then I'll show you my eardrum. And as you'll see, they're messed up, man. There's like scars and big holes where you can see where anyway, so I've got like thin bits to my ears, and I've never had this happen to my life, right? But I had snuff in my nose. I blew my nose so hard that my ear popped, but it must have done something to my inner ear, because all of a sudden, it was like the first time I drank loads of alcohol. The room just started going wow, and I was like, what? I couldn't stay up. My balance just went, man, and the room was going round and round and round. I was calling to my missus. I was like, babe. She's like, come out, like, what's the matter? I'm like, I can't stand up. Oh my god, it was mental. But anyway, careful how hard you blow your nose, because that was scary but really weird, man, honestly. I was like, boom. Anyway, let's get to the meat of the matter, shall we? All this waffle. Today we are going to review for, yes, I nearly forgot, Menthol Monday, and it's going to be, yes, MacCraig Royal by Pöschl. Yeah, let's see if this one blows my face off. Yeah, quite like that. I think that's quite a cool little. I don't like the tap tin, but I like the colour. It just stands out, I guess. But let's get into it, shall we? I decanted some snuff into a little pot so I can see what we're dealing with. Okay, so it's a medium brown, medium light brown, very fluffy and light. Probably medium grind, medium fine, medium moisture, But Pöschl's, I think they're lightly oiled. I don't know if they all are, but most of the ones I've done haven't, which means they tend to be quite easy to sniff. They're not, they're not too technique heavy to stop you choking on them. So, but yeah, looks nice and fluffy. Alright, let's see what we can pick up off the tin, shall we? Okay, so off the tin, you're definitely getting a bit of menthol scent, but there's a little bit of a sort of spiciness to it. So I think it said there's nutmeg in it, and then aniseed. I suppose it's a little bit aniseedy. Yeah. Okay. Let's jump into a bump and see what she's saying, shall we? Okay. Yeah, well, alright, I think for a minute then, I thought, oh, that was getting pretty close to the line for me on menthol tolerance, but it very quickly peaked and levelled out. And it's not too bad. I think that was just because it was my first, hit of menthol. But yeah, I'm getting menthol, and I'm not really picking up any eucalyptus or anything like that. No camphor. Yeah. Okay, so as the menthol has sort of like levelled off and died down a bit, I can kind of see what they mean when they said in the description it's a smells that like tobacco base, and it's got kind of a fruitiness to the tobacco. There's there is a bit of citrusiness. I gotta stop. I always struggle on that word. Citrus. There's a little bit of citrus. I don't know why I make it hard for myself and say citrusiness. It's citrus. There's a bit of citrus in there, which is bergamot, I believe. I'm not picking up any aniseed in my nose now that I've sniffed it, but it has got a little bit of sort of spiciness to it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's go for number 2. Yeah, it's a well easy sniff. Sits right where you want it. It has got a nice little burn to it, but it's not uncomfortable. Yeah, the menthols are not too bad, but there is enough that it's a menthol snuff. It's not, well, it's not, because my face isn't melting off. Because as we know, I'm not a menthol man. But yeah, it's alright. Yeah, so a little bit of a fruitiness to it, as I say. A bit of sort of spiciness from the nutmeg and that. Yeah, there's a little bit. It is quite a refreshing snuff, and there's a little bit of you can get a little bit of clove as well in there. There is a bit of cloviness to it. Yeah, no, I like it. It's alright. It's alright. It's not. I'm not gonna like approve it. It's not. I don't think it's that amazing, but it's okay. It's quite complex. There's a few layers to it. Nicotine, I'd say medium. It's probably medium, maybe medium low. I'm not really feeling the nick on it too much, but it's there. So I wouldn't say it was low. Medium. I'll stick with medium. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot more I can put to it. It's okay. That's all I can say. It's okay. I don't dislike it, but I'm not gonna like push it forward. So that's where I kind of sit on it, I think. Yeah, it's alright. It's definitely a nice, easy snuff. It's not gonna like clog your nose up. It's not gonna. I'm not really getting any drip from it. I don't know. I'm not going to approve it, but I will say I could see this one growing on me. So it's nearly. I almost want to give it an approval, but I don't think it's that amazing. I don't know. I'm going to stick with it. It's okay. If you like menthols, it's worth a try. You may get better mileage and like it more than me, but for me, yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I'm not going to diss it. So that is one man's take. That's all I've got for you. That is MacCraig's Royal by Pöschl. Thank you. Before I go, I would just like to do a quick shout out because there's a new snuff channel on the scene. Yes, and it is called, I like this name, Olfactory Snuff. Is it Olfactory Snuff? Yeah, sorry, my head went blank then. It is Olfactory Snuff, and it's run by a couple called Sam and Jenny, and I think they got a nice little setup, and I like the way they sort of, Jenny finishes Sam's sentences, and they seem real in tune, and yeah, no, I think they got a nice approach going. So, I would really appreciate it. My channel's growing a bit, but please, come on, do me one favour, go over, have a look, give them a sub, help them grow, because they're just starting out, and that's the bit where it really sucks, man, and you're not sure if it's going to go anywhere, but you're putting your heart into it. So yeah, if you can go over and give them some love, I'd really appreciate it. So that being said, there's not much else I can say, so I will leave it with remember to tap, pinch and toot, because that's 3 ingredients to your enjoyment, and your enjoyment is all I've got for you. So remember to come back to the shed, and until then I shall bid you farewell.